Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Cliff London Uncensored. I'm back. Actually, I wasn't gone. I just got sidetracked the past couple of days. Was just dealing with some stuff. No biggie. Going to be a quick video today because I'm just going to say to the city of Orange County, California. They want to change the name of the John Wayne Airport, or at least have it not be called the John Wayne Airport anymore. This is in Orange County, California, which I think is totally stupid. Who gives a shit? You know, they're saying it's because of an interview that he gave in the 70s. And because of this interview in the 70s, they now do not want the airport to be called the John Wayne Airport. First of all, the idiots of the day. Who the hell goes around and sees something, the airport, and go, let me go and find a way to see if this white folk has said anything bad in their life? And furthermore, the person is dead, long dead, and can't defend themselves. You know, you don't know how that person felt. You don't know if that was just a time in his life. Maybe he changed. Maybe, you don't know. You know, these damn social justice warriors, all they want to do is destroy. They don't, and that they've become what they say they're fighting against. They are the enemies to art. They are the enemies to creativity. I'm talking about, yes, all you SJW weirdos. You are destroying everything. Our entertainment, people's religion, the books we read, the shows we watch is all slathered in your fucking bullshit, no taste art. And a lot of people are saying that, oh, well, if you don't like Last of Us 2, oh, you're an ism, or you're an ist, or you're a racist. They'll never just say that the story sucks and nobody gives a shit about the character. That's the truth. These new trilogies sucked. Why? Because Ray sucked. They all sucked because there was no character development. We didn't care about them. No one cared. Okay? I don't give a shit about John Wayne's name being there. And I also, though I may not like it as far as these Confederate statues and stuff that they're tearing down, at the same time, to me, those are works of art, and no matter what, they have a right to be there, regardless of who likes it, that form of expression. It's part of it, because if they can cancel, if they can sit up there and make it okay to tear down these monuments and shit like that. I mean, hell, these idiots, they tore down one of they already tore down one of quote unquote good people. They don't give a fuck. They just see a white guy, oh, tear it down. Which is what they're supposed to be against. They're supposed to be against that type of shit. See, just because you're black and feel that you have the moral high ground doesn't make the same actions any less. Doesn't make it any less. It's still the same. It's still a form of hate. It's still a form of prejudice. Because I'm going to stop just calling everything racism. I refuse. I refuse to put everything under the same veil, because it is hurting. It is more hurtful than anything else. Catering to these fucking social justice warriors like that. That's why Merriam-Webster is changing the dictionary. Have you guys heard about that? They're actually, we're not so much changing it as including all this other stuff that used to be called prejudice, used to be called, anyway, I talked about that in another video, in a different video. My main thing here is really discussing this whole removing John Wayne's name off the airport. It is one of the stupidest things. It's like, get a life. What do you people do in your spare time? Get a life. Please get a life. Me, for one, I feel like that these people, they're the ones that are perpetuating the racism. These social justice warriors, these race mongers. They're the ones that are doing this. More than any redneck ever could. More than any stereotypical white racist ever could. They are doing more. They are the ones being divisive. For example, with black folk, if one black folk has a different type of idea that does not include the Democrats, or does not include being a liberal, these fucking people want to call them Uncle Tom or Coon, and really they're the ones, Uncle Tom and Coon, because you're supposed, because freedom of thought is one of the things that makes this country what it is. Freedom of thought, And black folks would be a lot further right now if they listen to some of these guys that are out there. You don't have to like everything they say. I certainly don't. But I don't believe in shunning them, and I don't believe in ostracizing them, and I don't believe in doxing them. I say, you know, you should be a mature adult and say, hey, we can disagree on this and still be cool. But none of them do that, you know, when they're dealing with black conservatives, which I'm not. I'm not a conservative. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat, because to me, all those people are on the same side. I don't give a shit. Yes, you Obama freaks. He's with them too. They probably all hang out and party. I don't know that for sure, but hey, if you are a politician and you are taking handouts from a lobbyist of any sort or getting any kind of kick down for doing any kind of favor politically, to me, there is no honor. I don't care if you did shoot basketballs and were cool. I don't care if you are Trump. If you're doing that, then you're all on the same side to me. So, and I just say that because, you know, hey, now I will say, hey, you know, for the most part, I don't feel like they're giving 45 a decent shot. I feel like they're blaming the world's problems on this man, and we've had these problems for a long ass time, and we'll continue to have them. You know, you're gonna have quote unquote racism, prejudices. You're gonna have stereotypes as long as people are around, because it's in human nature. People do it all the time. Someone cuts you off in traffic, you know, if it's your own person that happens to share this 4% difference with you, you know, if it's that, oh, well, fuck you, you flip them off. But if it's somebody of a different color, you know, skin is a different color, you might say, you know, if you get cut off, that fear gets into you, you're on the highway, and you say, oh, you fucking motherfucking nigger, or, oh, fucking, you know, honky ass. You know, you might say something like that, but you really don't, you were scared, and you were just, that's what humans do. They try to find, when they're pissed off, they try to find that one thing that makes them different. Because other than that, you don't, you know, no one ever does, you know, hey, that person may not even be prejudiced or racist. He might even go home. They might even go home and be like, why did I say that shit? It's because they were pissed and wanted to strike a chord. Even though they couldn't, you can't hear them on the freeway, but it just came out. But I guess it's okay. It's okay for the, you know, and I don't want to be one of those guys that constantly say, if white people did it, you know, I don't want to say that, but I'm just saying there is a double standard there, you know, because if you're going to be all pro-black, and you're going to be for the cause and the struggle, then you should be fucking paragons. You don't have to be that. I don't believe in that turn the other cheek stuff myself, you know. But when decisions are made, i.e. what statues you're going to vandalize or something to rather that nature, that you don't come out looking fucking stupid for tearing down ones that were actually part of the Union and not the Confederacy. I mean, you just demean everything. So my advice to all you pro-black wannabe activist motherfuckers is do your research before you vandalize. That would help us greatly. I'm going to end this video today. God, it feels good to be making a video. You know, I'm going to end this video today with a quote. Now, I don't hide my innate nerd. I feel sometimes like there's two people inside of me. You know, well, three. You know, there's the martial artist, you know, and then, you know, well, actually two. There's the martial artist guy. Then there's this nerd dude that has always been a nerd, even further back than I've been from martial arts. But one cool thing about being half nerd, half butt kicking machine, is you find the coolest shit. This quote that I'm going to end the video with, I just sat through Evangelion, the first season. I don't know how that passed me by. The Avas look like those are the crappiest mechs I've ever seen. But this quote from one of the characters, Asuka Langley, I think sums up the world before, the world present, and the world after. Peep this. It's from Evangelion. I heard it and I had to write it on this box real quick because I wanted to read it to you guys tonight. Here it goes. People tend to see the world using only truths that have been taught to them. Again, listen. People tend to see the world using only truths that have been taught to them. One more time. People tend to see the world using only truths that have been taught to them. Asuka Langley. Pretty much can't say more than that. It's like saying an Anton Chekhov play is about the fall of aristocracy. It's like, duh. Anyway, guys, good morning. And if you've liked what you heard here, please rate, please comment, please share. I know it's a little bit long for sharing, but try anyway. Maybe at this point I've put out enough so that you can share and be like, this dude is cool. Subscribe. Also hit the notification bell so that you know when I make a video. Other than that, there is no fate but what we make for ourselves. Regulate your smiles and cries. This is Cliff London Uncensored. Good morning, everybody. And for me, good night.